Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot. So we're going to be doing our weekly reading, predictions, and guidance for this week, the week of the 19th, like give or take 7 days, 7 or 8 days. So yes, what do you need to know this week? We have our charms here for our selections, and I will show you each one, and the options are down below, as well as any other info that you may need. Sorry if my energy is a little off. I didn't sleep fully, but I will try. It should not affect the reading. Weirdly enough, my messages come from my throat chakra and my third eye, so I don't think sleep necessarily affects that. But anyway, I might stumble a bit though. So here are the options for today's reading. What do you need to know this week? We have group number 1, the feather charm. Group number 2, we have the hummingbird, at least that's what I think that this is, the hummingbird charm. Group number 3, we have the key charm. And group number 4 is the 4-leaf clover charm. Okay, so yes, just as always, go with your gut, whichever one you're called to the most. If at any point you're not called to any of the groups, that's okay. As always, you can just click off or choose a different video. You know, it might not be the messages for you at that time. So whenever you are ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 1, which is the feather. Okay, so we're gonna shuffle and I'm gonna go right into the the guidance for you, group 1. Spirit, this reading is for group number 1, our feather group, please, and the energies for them, especially what they need to know this week, please. Please provide us with clear guided messages for group 1. Thank you. Okay, so I think yeah, maybe I should just go right into the question. Sometimes I'm not sure if I should get, well, we'll see. Spirit, for group number 1, please, the feather group. For group number 1, can you please let us know just generally, what is your message for them first? Like the first guidance message for group number 1, our feather group. What do they need to hear? What do they need to know this week? Thank you. Whoa, this is really nice. Okay. Okay, I'm getting, even though this is not actually shown in the cards, I'm feeling a very strong level and layer of protective energy for you this week. I suppose the temperance could be speaking of that. So this is almost like a mind, body, spirit type of abundance that we're seeing here. We have the 10 of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Temperance card. So this is all high vibrational, very strong, almost like a force field of energy and a lot of light. And that's pretty much what the protective energy is. It's light. Okay, so yeah, I feel like here with the 10 and the Empress that I don't know if you were going into this week with this energy or if it is like building very soon, maybe even tomorrow or, you know, day 2 or 3-ish. But it seems like there's a high level of confidence or like, an unexpected feeling of a boost of confidence if you didn't feel it before, and it just kind of feels like a very solid energy. Okay, and then so again, this Temperance card I feel like is talking about probably literally angel protection this week. Yes, it could be in general, but I feel like for some reason this week is a particularly protective week for you. Maybe you called on your angels and guides, maybe you took some measures. I'm not really sure what you did, or like if it was even something you did on purpose or if it just was needed. But I do feel like this week you're highly protective for whatever reason. I mean, it could be because of like, there could be something either hidden from you or there could be some sort of fears or blockages that are trying to come through type of a thing. But I see that this doesn't even bother you at all, like, or it won't phase you, it won't affect you, I should say. Spirit, what do they need to know this week? Group 1, feather. What is the guidance, please, for group number 1? What do they need to know this week? Thank you. Sort of like a quiet energy with that shuffle there, that second shuffle. It felt to me almost like you were laying low for some reason. Maybe I don't know what it is. Some of you, it might be that you, for whatever reason, you don't want to draw attention to yourself. For others of you, it could just be that you're feeling extremely calm and sort of unbothered and detached from negative things that normally would bother you. It's especially this week. I think that probably what I'm detecting here, like picking up on here, is the recent or near energy of you having a shift, right? A spiritual shift. Some of you may have in the very, very recent, like let's say maybe a week ago or so, maybe a couple days even, have had some sort of a spiritual shift where you became way more balanced, grounded, enlightened, and it just happened. So that's probably what this is as well. That depends, obviously. Some of you might not be exactly that, but that's kind of what I feel like this is a result of. Yeah, so this is beautiful. We have Death card at the bottom, the ending of any kind of cycles, anything at all, really. And then you have the Six of Wands, okay? So this is more positive energy. I can't say for sure because I feel like there's a lot of different energies, but what I am feeling here, this is your energy that's successful and high-powered. I'm just not sure what energy is surrounding you, because for some of you, it could still be a bit negative, or like, again, what we saw before, there could be some fears, illusions, or some weird stuff going on this week. But I think the takeaway here is that you're staying highly protected in your force field bubble type of cocoon energy here. It's not affecting your mind. It's not affecting your mental state. It's not affecting your health and your stress levels. It's not. So I don't know if that is like how you usually are or if this is a new feeling, but either way, I can see here that you're balanced and protected and you're continuing with whatever you have to do this week, and you're succeeding in it. You're actually doing very, very well in whatever it is you have to do this week. Sorry. Okay, so Spirit, for group number 1, please, our feather group, what do they need to know this week? Thank you. For group 1, what do they need to know? Is there anything to look out for? Is there anything that they have to know just like to navigate this week in their highest good? For support messages, group 1. I do feel that with a message like this, with an energy like this, that you are naturally going to be a little bit iffy about stuff. So one piece of advice with that iffiness, like if you're uncertain or like sometimes wavering in your sense of power and confidence, you may be feeling fearful. So I do recommend, what I feel like they would recommend too, is to make sure that you do regular practices to keep that power and groundedness and protectiveness up. So for example, using your tools, I like to use all my sage and oils and like stuff with nature, energy work, like pretty much anything that you can think of that will help you with this journey. It's going to make a huge difference versus if you think that you just have to do it by yourself. If you just have to take care of everything energetically yourself, you never have to feel that way because we have so many things that are access to help us with this. So yeah, like spiritual tools, incense, candles, oils, sage, palo santo, crystals, and of course like other higher level things such as nature, spirit guides, like all of this is available to us. Some people can't get certain tools. I understand that, but I feel like all of us can definitely channel the elements of nature or be in nature. So here we have the Two of Cups that kind of did flip up in the reverse. I am feeling that this could be a hint as to what's going on. There could be a lack of harmony with you and a person close to you this week. Can we get more on that, please? Two of Cups reverse. What do we need to know about this, please? Two of Cups reverse. I feel like I need another deck, but let me just double check. There's nothing here that we need to see. Spirit, for Two of Cups reverse, what do they need to know? And what I said before about power, just make sure that you do anything at all that makes you feel powerful, anything that helps you clear your energy. So maybe if you put on some headphones music and you release some of the energy through dance, you can do yoga. What I'm trying to say here is that this is a time of your spiritual path where extra steps to remain balanced will be extremely necessary. It is at this point essential to your path, because you're aligning with that fact that you almost like you just basically need that for your spiritual hygiene, if you will. Spirit, with the Two of Cups reversed, what do we need to know? What does group 1 need to know, please? What is this? Two of Cups reverse. Three of Pentacles. For many of you, this could definitely be something with work, but I think that, let me see what else. Okay, so there's two pretty much split messages here. Some of you it's work, some of you it's a close soul connection, could be a love connection, or just any close soul connection. Okay, so it's right down the middle. These are two very distinct energies. So basically it does seem to me that whatever they're saying, they're highlighting the fact that there's an opportunity to offer like peace. There's an opportunity to create some kind of harmony with this situation or this person. It's really difficult at times, but I think that the advice here is to stay in a high vibration. If there's temptation to get angry, if there's temptation to just really lower your energy, lower yourself and your whatever else, like your integrity, like in the way that you view it, I'm saying. Like if you feel like you're stooping down levels or whatever because of something this week, they're asking you to stay high vibrational, like stay within your heart, stay within your own light, okay? And that's why they were emphasizing even more to stay grounded with these methods. So let's get a little bit more, because that's curious. Let's use this one. Spirit, moving forward, please, into this week, what does group 1 need to know, especially when it comes to dealing with other people or another person? Is there any special messages for them with that this week? So we have the Page of Wands again. So basically, I feel like everything ultimately is going to be okay. I don't know what you're going through per se, but with Page of Wands and Pentacles, these are two very fortunate cards. These are like spirit guide cards. They're trying to say, we have your back, we're watching over you, it's going to be okay. And over here with the Death card, again, did we see that before? I don't think we did, or at the bottom we did. This is again emphasizing the new beginning over here, like the new horizons, the rebirth of whatever energy is going on. Anything else? What do they need to know, Spirit? What do they need to know this week, especially regarding relationships, friendships, other people, balance? Yes, absolutely. So I'm seeing here that there's a positive outcome. Now, if you are dealing with a person, like another person that makes you feel off balance or whatever it is, and if for some of you you're dealing with like a not a negative situation, but just any sort of friendship or soul connection, I do see really positive outcome here. This week in particular, it may take a little bit of time, may take like towards the end of the week. Yeah, like towards the end of the week, maybe anywhere between the 5th to the 7th day. Some of you might take the 8th day or whatever, but I do feel like there will be harmony here ultimately. Whether this means that you're going to have a pleasant conversation or like a resolving conversation, or if the energy itself just balances out because of the protective energy surrounding you, whichever one, because everyone's going to have a different story, yeah? So, over here, this is the harmony that I'm seeing, and I think I saw that immediately over here. So 4 of Wands, Ace of Cups, 6 of Cups. You can see it right there, that they're offering cups twice. Actually, now that I see it, all of these cards, here there's the two people coming together in harmony and balance and home. So there's going to be good energy, like a resulting good energy at the end of this week, or closer towards the end of the week-ish. And over here, we do see someone offering something of peace and like of light. And over here, again, if that's not the case in a practical 3D sense, this is still energetically going to end in a healing sort of way, is what I'm seeing. This seems like it's a really important message for you this week, so there could be a lot going on for you in this particular area. So is there any other guidance and advice for this week, please? What else do they have to watch out for this week, please? Group 1, Feather, thank you. Okay, we also have the 8 of Wands and the 5 of Wands. 8 and 5 of Wands. So this kind of looks like some sort of communication that it actually it kind of looked like communication that was trying to come to you, or movement that you were trying to enact, and then it was blocked a little bit. So if that happens this week, for like whichever scenario I just mentioned, try to just take it for what it is. Try not to force it, because if this is meant to happen, like whatever's meant to happen next, it will. But if there's like a little tangle of energy in your way, you can certainly try to clear the energy. Yes, that's absolutely true. But ultimately, I think that if, like, I guess basically we cannot really overpower anything like destiny if this is what's meant to happen. So kind of just use your intuition there. If you feel a blockage and you think that you can clear it and like do well with the next steps, then that's great. But if you kind of feel like maybe I shouldn't, like maybe I shouldn't force this, maybe I should just kind of step back and try again at a different time, then just listen to that guidance within. Ask your spirit guides, of course, for help. Anything else about that? I just see like there's some energy that's trying to go in a particular direction, whether you're going towards it or something's coming towards you. This I see almost like a net, almost like a web of any kind, and it kind of just like catches it in the midst, almost like a dream catcher would. I don't know, it's weird. Anything else about the 8 and the 5 of Wands, please? Yes, that is pretty much, yeah. There's something here. I don't know what I'm looking at, honestly, but let me try to figure it out, because 7 of Swords is a deception or illusion card. So I've told you guys that card kind of trips me up every time I see it, but let's see. 7 of Swords, what is your secret, please? Oh gosh, I love it. The 7 of Swords is clarified by the 7 of Cups, an equally confusing card. Or at least one that can carry a little bit of deception and smoke, kind of hiding something. So let's just ask another deck just one more time what this could be. Spirit, can you tell us what do they need to know for these two cards, these two 7s? What is the actual like guidance for this? What do they actually have to know for this? Something might, oh my goodness, you got this again. That's pretty crazy to me. Something may not be ready to be revealed to you, or the other version of this would be something may not be quite ready to move forward just yet. Again, this is a reflection of divine timing. It is not a reflection of some perceived failures. In fact, you have a destiny card at the bottom here, and you have that fog card again, along with the 5 of Pentacles. So this is not a result of you making a mistake. Please remember that. This is just alignment, and alignment happens all the time, and we cannot defeat it, okay? Anything else that they need to know about whatever's coming through here? 5 of Wands, what are you, 5 of Wands? Yeah, it's definitely just some kind of conflict, blockage, or frustration, it could be, and you're thinking like, why is this happening? What is this trying to, it's just super frustrating is what I'm feeling. 5 of Wands. Holy cow, you got to be kidding me. That's crazy. I can't believe you got it. Like, you keep getting these repeat cards. That kind of blew me away. So whatever this is, as I'm trying to clear this for you, clearly someone doesn't want me to, like, it's almost like they don't want me to give you a spoiler. Just be on the lookout for something that makes you feel like the 5 of Wands, and the attitude to handle this in the best way and highest good would be what I already told you. Stay in your power, stay in high vibration, in your light, and this will all clear up when the time is right. So let's just get a final oracle card message. This is from the Energy Oracle. Spirit, is there any other final things that Group 1 has to know for this week? Guidance, advice, messages for Group 1 for this particular week, please, Spirit. Thank you. I did feel like this was towards the end of the week, but everything else was very solid. So I mean, this, with energy like this, there is a chance that it could happen at any point. So be a little, you know, be just mindful, I would say. You don't have to be afraid, but be mindful of something tricky happening, okay? In fact, I have a pick a card I did recently with the little Halloween squishies called something with trick or treat. I don't know if you're interested, but it's very recent. You can check on that. That I literally talked about if you'll get tricked. Okay. Final message for group 1. Okay, I don't know if this message is going to resonate. I don't know if it's adding anything necessarily. Let's take a look here. So we have here Goddess of the Moon. Actually, this is only talking about your intuition. The most powerful thing about your reading, from what I'm seeing here, is your intuition, right? Or like your psychic ability, your power. Is my camera shaking? Sorry. That is the most powerful thing about you. I can actually see a similarity here. The way that you're looking out into the path, okay? And you're kind of looking up at the planets or just like feeling something within the skies. So try to tap into your psychic ability, your power. Like I've been linking readings below that are related, so I'll do that again, the magical power one, just so that you can know, just if you didn't watch that yet. Here's the Thinking Man as your final card. You may want to use, he's actually using a crystal here to help to focus or to clear energy, I'm assuming. So again, they're asking you to use your tools. Try to use any crystal that you feel called to. Put it in your pocket this week, or wear it as jewelry perhaps, or like in your bag, you know, wherever. Just as an added bonus of protection or help this week, okay? So let me know if you figure out, please let me know what this is. Some of you, I mean, lesser of you, I feel like it has already happened maybe today, because like it is a weekly reading, posting it on a Monday. So let me know what you feel that this is. This is definitely a powerful message, not a coincidence. You have these 4 cards come out like this is pretty crazy. So yeah, I'd love to know what this is about. But that, I feel, is what I have for you, group number 1. I hope that this was helpful. Thank you so much. And oh, I forgot to open the I'll open the slots for the personal readings for October, I think, like in a day or two, and I'll post an announcement if you want a personal reading. Okay, thank you again. Sending you love, and I will see you next time. Okay, take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 2, which is the hummingbird. All right, so let's just shuffle first and get into your energy. Spirit, this reading is for group number 2, our hummingbird group. And the energy for them, especially what do they need to know this week. Please provide us with clear guided messages for group 2. Thank you. Alrighty. Spirit, for group number 2, can we have just one first general message for this week? What is the general energy or message for group number 2, hummingbird, this particular week? Thank you. Week of the, oh my gosh, it's the 19th already. Yes, week of the 19th-ish. I say ish because, you know, it can overlap a little bit sometimes into like day 8. Group 2. This is promising. All right, this is really good. It's actually kind of similar to group number 1. They also got, this is I think the 3rd card, but you got the Ace of Cups as your first card. This is really nice because this was the first one, right? I wasn't paying attention, I was talking. But either way, to have an ace come up in the first shuffle is very positive. Not to mention the fact that you also got a page, the playful one, the passionate one, the wands, and then you got the Temperance card, which is a really nice added element of balance and water energy, or technically I think this is actually a fire card, but it doesn't matter. So anyways, this is really a serene energy. What is kind of interesting to me is you do have an even mix here, sort of fire and water, and I think that what I'm looking at here is either your moods, your mindset, or even something like your creative, passionate, or emotional flow in this week. So this is, I said it's promising because it looks like a lot of good can happen from this energy itself, from just the energy itself, meaning to say like the energy that you are holding, you're creating within yourself, potentially this week. Spirit, can you tell us more? What do they need to know this week? Group 2, Hummingbird. What do they need to know, please? Thank you. We have here the 2 of Swords. Okay, can you tell us a little bit more? There could be something that has, there could be something that is either slightly hidden from you within yourself. I don't think that this is really from outside. I feel like this is something internal, or it just could be something that is slowly opening up, like a flower. Okay, can you tell us what the 2 of Swords is specifically this week for group 2? What is this? It just might be that you're, as I said, okay, I'm confirmed because I was saying it and here it is. I feel like this week you may, or in general, you may feel a little bit hesitant to open your wings. And I thought of the hummingbird, okay? So this is group number 2. This is the 2 wings. That's kind of why I chose it. And here's the 2 of Swords. So you may just feel a little hesitant to spread your wings fully. But if that's the message for you, if that resonates, then this is probably not a new feeling, right? But you did get the Fool. So it kind of landed in almost like a, kind of like a, not sloppy way, but it kind of just like, it was the energy itself was like a little bit out of place for me compared to the other cards. So what I think that they're trying to get at with this Fool card, how it approached us, they may be asking you to kind of just be that way, like to not care about the details, to be a little bit more spontaneous, carefree, or like risky, even in a safe way. Okay, like to take a risk or something like that. To just try something new, try something different, and of course step outside of the comfort zone for this particular week. There could be something that you're nervous about, but again, obviously always follow your intuition. Always. It's hard to say because I know there's a difference. It's a close kind of a call between fear and intuition, but if you meditate a little bit first and center yourself, kind of clear your energy, you should be able to clear some of that fear, and then your intuition may surface a little bit more easily. Can you tell us more about this? What do they need to know this week? Group 2, the Fool especially. What is this opportunity? This may not even just be action. This could be at first just purely an idea, and that will lead to some sort of action, but at that point it'll be more easy to grasp, meaning the action will be easier. The thought itself, opening up the mind, which we have another blockage card, opening up the mind and the belief will be harder than taking the action, is what I'm saying, okay? And then the other card is here, the Queen of Pentacles. So here's the energy together. Wanting to stay very safe, wanting to stay very secure. And that's always, you know, a smart thing to do in terms of like protecting yourself. But again, their message here with the Fool coming through is that I think they're just trying to say that once in a while it's okay to step outside of that little, whatever, like space, that comfort zone, and to give yourself that opportunity to spread those wings a bit more, just to look at what you want to accomplish. Like, do you want to feel free? Do you want to feel adventurous? Do you want to feel like more excitement in your life, more passion in your life? So that's, if you think about those things, then maybe it'll be more incentive to, you know, go for it, whatever that could be. Can you tell us anything more? What do they need to know this week, just in general, Spirit? What other messages do you have for group 2? What do they need to know this week? Thank you. Group 2, please. Hummingbird. We have the 3 of Pentacles. So maybe this is just talking about collaboration with people. Is there anything we need to know about 3 of Pentacles specifically? I don't really think there's anything out of the ordinary with that, other than maybe it'll happen this week. Oh, okay. This is the 5. So we have here the 3 of Pentacles. We have here the 5 of Swords. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Maybe you're going to be meeting with like coworkers, people, like for just either like a short meeting or just something fleeting. I don't see this as being an issue, especially because the 5 of Swords is a card of temporary issues. Like, it could be temporary conflicts, it could be trivial battles, stuff like that. So I wouldn't worry too much about this. If you are worrying about this week, don't you know, think too hard about it, because it's going to be over before you know it, and you're going to be on your merry way, just doing your thing, having fun with your energy. Okay, let's get this one. Okay. Spirit, can you please let us know what else? For group number 2, what do they need to know this week? What is your advice, message, guidance, and their highest good to know this week? Thank you. Yeah, we have the Sun card here. So this is specifically after the Fool card, okay? And the Ace of Cups returns at the bottom. So in order for you to feel courage or bravery, or like the urge to take whatever risk, and I don't want to use that word the wrong way, it really is just like facing some type of fear or stepping outside of the comfort zone. They're saying that the way that you can reach that energy and that goal is through the space of your heart, okay? They're asking you to just be open-minded, open-hearted, like maybe it's kind of hard to explain, but they're asking you to channel energy from your heart space. So if you have a very big heart, if you have a very if you have like a lot of light, or if you're able to channel things from your heart space, they're just saying that this is your strength. So use that, because what you see here in the Sun card is happiness, is joy, is connection. Maybe it's like your inner child coming through and just wants that joy. So they're asking you to channel this loving energy, pure loving energy from your heart space, and this will help you through your week, especially in these little tough spots, okay? Anything else? What do they need to know this week? What's coming towards them this week, Spirit? Thank you. Moving forward, what is coming towards group number 2 this week? Hummingbird group. Yeah, with the Fool card, I'm really not sure what this is. This sort of like adventure or new beginning spirit. I have no clue what it is, because I feel like for everyone it's going to be something that they've been thinking about for a while, and it's going to be different. Here we have the King of Coins. Over here you had the Queen of Pentacles or Coins. Oh, you have it again. That's interesting. And then over here you also have the 2 of Swords again. Okay. 2 of Swords again. So for some of you, this obviously depends, but for some of you, the thing that one of the things that you could be feeling a little bit blocked this week, it may have to do with another person, whoever they might be. It could be like could be anybody. It could be a friend, family member, romantic thing. I don't know who this is, but this is a person that you see as like, if your life had a king and a queen of coins, you would see this person as that counterpart in a sense. And they're saying that there is something here that is, there's a blockage here. Okay. So the advice that I gave you for the entire reading will go towards this, such as facing fears, such as using the heart space. What else? Let me see. and just kind of like being aware of these sort of blockages. Someone is kind of staying within a little square. I think that someone is doing this either out of fear or could be other stuff. I'm not really sure why or who even. It could be you or this person, but someone here is like really just staying rigidly in some kind of a box. And I feel like this is meant to be opened. Spirit, can you tell us any last message about the Two of Swords? What do they need to know about the Two of Swords? What is this talking about, please? Two of Swords. Yeah, there could be some kind of blocked emotion, blocked communication, blocked actions. Okay, we have here the Five of Pentacles. So this is not going to result in something happy. If any, well, I figure any blockage that exists is going to end up in something negative for the most part. It depends on like what it is, obviously. And then you have here the Seven of Cups. So the message here, if you're able to, for either yourself or this situation, they're asking you to clear the air, clear the energy. So in other words, what can you do to remove the swords, to remove this blockage? Can you speak your truth? Can you offer friendship? Can you, have like, just take action in some way? So that's the way that you can come to harmony. Again, either if this is by yourself, with yourself, or with another direct person. Anything else about the Two of Swords that they have to know? Yeah, this entire reading, I feel, this whole week is about clearing blockages. And look, see, you have the Queen of Swords as well, and she is all about clearing the way. Again, I feel like it's from the heart space, like that's the greatest strength. Final messages for group number 2, and I'll get like one oracle card. Can you tell us final message for group number 2 for this week? What do they need to know? Okay. We have Judgment and the Ten of Swords. So this is a bit of a little heavier message here. In general, on your spiritual path, there is an opportunity to rise up, rise higher, to make a choice of what's right, to look at truth. Something having to do with, it could have actually to do with morality, or just like seeing things from a truthful, egoless light. And that's very hard for us to do. We have to basically face things like pride and whatever. And everybody struggles with this, I feel. If we're human, we struggle with pride. So they're asking you to make a choice for your highest good this week. I don't know what it involves, but you're going to be, I think this week at some point, faced with a decision of like, what do I do here? Do I do the same thing, or do I face the fear? Do I react with like a negative energy, or do I react with love? So that's kind of what I'm seeing as the final message for here. And then I'll get one more from the Energy Oracle. Spirit, can you tell us any final message for group number 2? For what do they need to know this week, please? Final guidance message for group number 2. Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty much you got the same thing. You got Angel of Balance, and that really is quite similar to, actually I think it's probably literally the Temperance card. So this is similar to group 1. This is a highly protective energy. I feel like you can call upon the angels of balance and protection to channel this energy, to feel this energy, but it is a very peaceful kind of a sense here. So I wouldn't be too worried about, like, if you're worried about something this week, I really wouldn't be. I feel like everything's gonna even out. That's usually how it goes anyway. But there's a specific angel, actually. One, let me see. Angel of Balance, what is your message for them, please, for group 2? What is your message for them? They said it too. They said it before. They said it again. They said, spread your wings. Can you tell us anything about this? Angel of Balance. They said, spread your wings, and then they said, sing your song. So literally the hummingbird. I'm assuming there's a whole symbolism behind hummingbird that I didn't think to grab, so you can Google that. But the final card is man holding a heart. So we did speak about your heart being your greatest strength. The strength of your heart, okay, is your biggest power. So spreading your wings is the thing about fear we already spoke about. And then they said sing your song, which means to speak your truth, speak your mind, communicate this week if you are able to. In fact, that's what some of you may be afraid of. But call upon your angels for this help, because they're right here. Like someone someone very powerful, meaning some angel or guide, is here to help you this week, especially with that fear. Okay? So group 2, that is what I'm seeing for you. I really hope that this was helpful. If it didn't resonate at all, it might not be your group, but I am opening slots, I think within a day or two for October for personal readings if you're interested. Thank you guys so much. If this was helpful, feel free to subscribe, and you can follow me on Instagram. I'm going to start doing single card pulls there. I have to remember to do that, but the info is all below. Thank you, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 3, which is the key. So we're going to shuffle first, get the energy. Spirit, this reading is for group number 3, please. And the energy for them, especially what do they need to know this week? Please provide us with clear guided messages for group 3. Thank you. There's great power in affirmations and like intention. So just in case some of you were ever wondering, I don't think I ever really explained that except in the Tarot 101 video. That's actually why I lead the readings with that little affirmation. I kind of fell into that. I didn't plan that. I meant over the years. Spirit, for group number 3, our key group, what do they need to know this week? What is the general message for this week? Thank you. That was very striking. They gave me an actual vision, literally on a post-it note, which I only saw because I mentioned affirmations, because I would write mine on post-it notes. And they said it very clearly, or they showed it to me. They said, give it time. I don't know what that means, but so maybe if you're waiting for something, maybe if something is unfolding, maybe if you're nervous about something, whatever it is, they just said give it time, meaning it literally needs time. Like whatever it is, it's not the right timing. So just give it time, and they're trying to kind of just tell you it's going to be okay, of course, but that's what they said literally. Spirit, group 3, key group. What do they need to know this week? Thank you. Or like, of course, if something needs to be healed, that will always require time, I think. Okay, so you got here the 10 of Wands and the Sun. So this could also be hinting at what we just heard. The 10 of Wands is speaking about some kind of a burden, and then over time, we see that it is lightening to 0 burden, because the Sun card child is not holding any burdens at all. In fact, right here in this child's hand is like I don't know, looks like to me on this card a flag of victory, or playful energy, something like that. So basically for this week, and this even could happen within just this 1 week for a lot of you, if not all of you, I think that towards maybe the 5th day, give or take, there is going to be a lightness of burden, a release and relief of burden for you. Whether this is stuff with like obligations, could be work stress, could be financial stressors, whatever's going on. There's going to be a like, it's going to be very relieving for you. And sorry about the noise. And it's just going to feel like they gave me an image, actually, of a pressure, like a, you know, like a water dam thing, blowing open. And I know that sounds like a bad thing, but it was this release of pressure, and what resulted was this beautiful flow of cleansing water. So yes, that's very extreme and intense kind of a vision, but that's what I'm feeling. Spirit, for group number 3, please, our key group, can you tell us what do they need to know this week, please? They're emphasizing the energy of love. That happened with the other groups as well. Maybe that's just the energy for collective right now, that we need to kind of face some things with the energy of love. And that's very hard to do, being human. So like if you're dealing with people, negative situations, feelings, all kinds of stuff, even like physical hardship, whatever it is, mental hardship, they're asking you to really channel that energy. And yes, I did say this for the other groups too, but it's apparently it's a very important message. However, I didn't say to them, and you can try this if you want to, on YouTube, I've seen really great sound healing frequency videos, and a lot of them are tuned to the frequency of love. I didn't know that that was a thing, but apparently it is. So you can listen to that through headphones if possible, and it could really resonate with you this week. Okay, so what's going to happen this week? What do they need to know? Group 3, moving forward, what energies are coming towards them this week, please? Yeah, there's definitely a significant improvement here with not only the way that you're feeling and looking at things, but also with the tangible success too. This is the 9 of Pentacles. After that, I think that there could be some stability. But what I'm seeing here, you have as well almost like 2, kind of looks like travel cards, but they're not, I don't mean literally travel, but it's almost like a moving on energy and stabilizing energy. So 8 of Cups is you're moving away from, again, either the burden, could be something you're releasing. Could be a sadness you're releasing this week, could be a sad situation that's just like passing by this week, but it will be let go of. It will be walked away from. And then the Knight of Pentacles, again, I do feel like is you becoming more stable with every step, like as the days go by, kind of a thing, more and more stability. So let's see what else. I'm not sure if I should get another deck. Spirit, can you tell us more for group number 3? What do they need to know this week? Thank you. Group 3, please. Thank you, thank you. That came out kind of in a chunk. I don't like to do 2 cards at a time anymore, but let's see. We have here the Magician and the 9 of Wands. So it's very similar. I mean, like, we had the 10 of Wands before, and the 9 of Wands is here to just kind of confirm that this is a very tired energy. I feel like most of you are starting the week with this tired energy, like the Monday kind of a thing. Even on Sunday, you might have felt like this, where it's just extremely tired. But with the Magician card, I'm feeling like, yes, the Magician card it tends to be very powerful, but I feel like what they're saying is this is actually talking about the energy of the week itself. Because they're saying that there's present within this week is going to be the energy or like the opportunity for powerful manifestation and intention. And it's funny because I started off by talking about affirmations. So if you have anything you want to create this week or feel or do or manifest, right? This is the perfect time to do it. There could be something with the numerology, astrology stuff that I'm not aware of. I bet you guys are though. But for whatever reason, this week looks like it's very powerful for that. So you may want to write it down or, you know, put it on your wall, anywhere that you can see it and say it out loud. It's going to really be helpful and especially powerful this week. Okay, so let's get another deck here. I think I'm gonna, maybe I'll use, I don't know which one. Let's try maybe this one. I think this is the Magical Forest one. Spirit, what else do they need to know this week? What is your guidance for them and their highest good to know this week, please? Our key group, group 3. Thank you. Okay, we have the High Priestess here. Okay. I typically think of intuition when I see this card, but let's see what they want to say with it. The High Priestess, please. What is she hiding here? Yeah, there's like an energy beneath the surface that is quite magical. High Priestess, what do you have to say? This is an owl in this version. Could be like hidden knowledge. Whoop. Oh, interesting. So you have the Tower. So this is actually a foretelling of some kind of a transformation or approach of some kind of energy, whether it's from universe or from, even for some of you, fewer of you, I do feel like there's an energy of someone else that could approach you in the near future. So let's kind of narrow that down. Spirit, can you please clarify the Tower card? Just the Tower card for group 3. Okay. For some of you, you may, at this current time, with the Two of Swords, it could just be indicating that, I don't want to say that there's something you don't want to see, because the thing is you're not aware of this thing. So this could translate into the fact that maybe on some level you're still afraid to know or to see certain things. For example, I've heard a lot of people tell me that they're afraid to open their psychic abilities because of like certain things coming through with that. And I always recommend them to protect themselves and to do some energy healing work and stuff. But I feel like you may not be entirely aware of this particular fear that is causing you blockage and kind of partial blindness here. So if you're interested in opening this up, you can begin to think about what your fears could be and then manifest clearing those fears. Okay, so again, perfect timing. The other card is the King of Pentacles. So again, King of Wands at the bottom. So again, what I'm seeing here is that these are split into two messages. Okay, so you're either one or the other. One, you're dealing with your own subconscious fears, and psychic ability fear could be or something similar, but it's meant to open up with that Tower. The rest of you, you're dealing with a potentially a masculine energy who has a very powerful aura about them. I don't know what they want though, but let me see. Spirit, can you clarify? Can you clarify the kings that are showing through in the Tower? What is the actual message that we need to hear, that they need to hear, group 3? About this, please. Okay. There's an opportunity is what they're telling me. Now, here's a tricky thing, group 3. I don't know when this is going to happen. The rest of you, what I said before, this is going to happen this week. But remember I said something about foretelling? So they're kind of hinting to me. I don't know why they put it in the 7-day reading, but you're meant to probably manifest something from what I'm about to tell you, which is that I think that there's an opportunity to have a conversation like that could end a cycle, to come together with someone in a powerful way that's needed for either your destiny or theirs. Can you tell us a little bit more towards the future what this could indicate for group 3? I don't know if that made any sense, but if you are dealing with a person with a powerful aura, then you're going to know exactly what I mean. And the end result here is something quite fulfilling for you. I don't know if this person in your life is someone that you desire or not, but the point that Spirit is making is that there's going to be an opportunity for some kind of a powerful transformation. It's very fulfilling. And yes, it does have to do with like maybe closure with another person or the reappearance of another person, some kind of a meeting, you know. Anything else about the Tower, please? The Tower, what would you like to say? That was very unexpected. Okay. So we have the 8 of Cups. Again, this is repeated here. So you're going to do very well. Whatever is coming through for you on your path, I'm sensing a great deal of courage or confidence within yourself and your decisions. Even if you feel shaky right now, once this burden energy clears, you're going to be feeling much more capable of walking away from something that doesn't serve you or someone that doesn't serve you. Even the fears I was talking about before, so that still stands. All right, so that was really interesting. So I'll get one more pull from here and then I'll get an oracle message. Spirit, can you tell us any other definite messages just for this week, only within this week for group number 3. What do they need to know this week? Thank you. What's coming this week? Temperance. I think everyone got the Temperance card so far in a very powerful way. Yeah, I guess it's like a collective thing right now. Whoa, this is beautiful. So the Sun, I feel like, is probably one of the most positive cards in the deck. And you also got another one too, similar, the 9 of Cups. But you have another one. You have Temperance, and then you have the 10 of Cups, and then you have the Knight of Wands. So you can see just from this energy that this is very loving, very calm. There's blessing in the air. There's peace. Again, the word harmony is coming here. So this is a great opportunity. I don't know where it's coming from, if it's coming from outside of you, but whatever the case is, you're feeling it very, very strongly. This could be, though, I'm going to say it kind of reminds me of that term sliding scale. That doesn't make any sense. But this energy is sort of like sliding back and forth. You know, it's like a little gauge thingy that keeps going back and forth. So what that means is either this could emerge right away and kind of go up and down, or it could just pop up any point within this week. Wednesday for some of you is going to be very significant if you're watching this when I'm posting it, or whenever really, where there's going to be like this surge of that happiness feeling, like a warmth and a fulfillment. I sense for many of you. If it doesn't happen on Wednesday, again, it could be just really sliding. So that's why the timing, you know, we'll find out sooner or later, right? But for some reason, they highlighted Wednesday for many of you. Okay, Spirit, can we have a final message for our key group, group number 3? Final message of guidance for this week. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. You have Healer, and oh, you have the rainbow again. Happy family. You have a Blessing card here. They're showing the arch. Oh my goodness, now I want to look up the symbolism. The symbol, there could be symbolism for like an archway or like something that's shaped like that. This, like, you can just kind of look up arch symbolism, and I kind of don't want to do that as I'm filming, but that could be something significant here. But either way, this blessing is twofold, even threefold actually. And then the other card is the appreciation card. So again, I do feel like all is well here, or it's growing to be that way. This is kind of similar to the other groups too. Again, I feel like the energy that we're in now, I don't know if it's just like the timing of things, but it does to me feel like things are, some of it, yes, is kind of going to get heavier before it gets lighter, obviously, but I feel like overall things are becoming brighter. Like, that's just my opinion. That's what I'm observing anyway. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Okay, so group 3, that's what I have for you. I do hope that this was helpful, and I hope that it resonated. If it didn't at all, you know, it may not be your group or even the right video, but thank you guys. All the info is below. I'm going to open personal reading slots within a day or so, but you can also follow me on Instagram, where I'll start to do some single card readings there, just like quick kind of polls there. But anyway, thank you, and I hope you subscribe if this was helpful, and I'm sending you love. I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 4, the clover, or the 4-leaf clover. All right, so let's shuffle first. Spirit, this reading is for group number 4, please, and the energies for them especially. What do they need to know this week? Please provide us with clear guided messages for group 4. Thank you, our clover group. The heaviness and the bottom card tells me that the first message is lots of rest and, if possible, relaxation this week. For those of you, if you do suffer from chronic stress and anxiety, and if you've never looked up videos for relaxation, this may be the perfect week to do it. There's so many amazing techniques out there, whether it's just like mental, but there's also physical ones. There's actually, I've seen it, stretches and different like things for yoga, for releasing trauma and stress in the body. So you may want to check those out. You just do a quick YouTube search and so many videos pop up. So whichever one calls to you. Spirit, can you tell us for group number 4, the clover group, what do they need to know this week? Okay, you have here the Ace of Wands. This one is a highly fiery, passionate energy, which can, of course, be a great thing as long as it is balanced. So and you do have King of Wands at the bottom. So that would make sense if there's a lot of excitement and passion and fire in the air right now, especially if you're planning something new and exciting, right? However, they did also show me that this was kind of spewing like a volcano in a like a fireworks kind of a way. So again, they are asking you to stay balanced, to get plenty of rest, to ground yourself, to of course protect your energy, because it's going to be needed to sort of contain this fire this week. I think in general we want to have like a good balance of all 4 elements. So to be grounded, to be clear, to cleanse ourselves, and to have that passion, you know, all of it does need balance, I feel. Okay, so can you tell us what's going on here, please, for group number 4? What's going on this week for them? What do they need to know? Thank you. Yeah, there could be a burst of new ideas, new communication, new paths, new pathways for you. Look at that fire. Again, the Knight of Wands. So it's the exact same wand I'm seeing here. Okay. So if you have been meaning to get a whole bunch of new things started, and oh my goodness, I already do you know what just happened to me? We're only 2 cards in, and I felt burnout. So this could happen to you guys if you don't balance the excitement and this energy. And I only tell you that because I've gone through that before. There's nothing wrong with excitement. There's nothing wrong with high energy. But from my experience, it does lead to burnout quickly. Now, my suggestions to you was from personal experience. You know, like if you watch my old videos, I was terribly tired all the time with housing this much energy. So I had to learn to balance this out. I started to do chakra work. I started to do more meditative work, you know, just like these spiritual practices. If you're interested in those topics, you can get a couple of good spiritual books to teach you how to do it, because I'm not like an expert at all, but I do have a video for protecting your aura that I stick in the description. I don't know how helpful it is, but that's what I personally have done. So yes, be careful with burning yourself out, because it can happen, boom, okay? So it can happen unexpectedly. You may even have a tendency at times, some of you, to overwork yourself and overdo and say like, let's do everything, you know, let's get this done, but then you forget to sleep, you know, that kind of a thing. So just be careful this week, especially this week. Spirit, group 4, what do they need to know this week? There's a reason I talk the way that I talk now, because a lot of energy is coming from the way that we communicate our truth, the speed of our speech, like the way that we breathe, you know, everything is connected to our center. So that's why I actually talk the way that I talk. I try to remain very collected and centered in the readings now. That was not always true of how I would speak in the past. So that's why I had to kind of force myself to be centered to do this type of energy work. It's a lot to house. So you have the Judgment card here. There's going to be, you have 2 angels here. There's going to be an important decision this week that's extremely spiritual. It's going to sneak up on you. I will tell you that. It just snuck up on me. Judgment card is here. So you know what this is? And I think that I've said this to some of you before in a past reading. You have a guardian angel or a spirit guide, or, even for some of you, it could be your higher self, that is coming through with a message this week. They're telling me the number 3. So it's either 3 days, or technically it could be like the 23rd, but I feel like it's going to be 3 days for most of you, depending on when you're watching, after I post this. There's going to be some communication, a request, a sort of a spark of enlightenment. You're going to receive something mentally. This is really exciting in itself. That's how it goes. When we get the strike of clarity or from divine, because this could have been divine, actually. I think that's what this is. It could be so powerful that it could actually burn you out by itself. It's a lot of psychic energy coming through. Judgment, please. Judgment. What is this? Yeah, that's funny. They confirmed that it's going to feel very tiring and exhausting. It won't last. I mean, it could technically last if you don't have a good grounding energy to begin with, but if you start that practice now, it'll be really needed, especially because I think that what I'm noticing here, from what I can tell here, you guys are highly psychic, but I'm also detecting it's like a film that needs to be washed away. So there could be residue of either negative energy or something that's excess on your energy, is what I'm feeling from you guys. So you may really benefit from some kind of a spiritual cleanse. Definitely whatever, if you can do like a salt bath, that would be ideal probably, or like an ocean thing, that would be probably better. But for others of you, you can do a meditation where you're cleansing through using the water element, or whatever you like to do for these things. Any meditation will be helpful. But I am sensing that there's like some sort of, they said almost like a residue. That's kind of what they said. Others of you, this is reflected in your environment at times, or this week, where your environment could be reflecting this sort of like cluttered or filmy energy. So this could be a great opportunity to do some cleaning. I would say like spring cleaning, but it's not accurate. But do a little bit of cleaning. Do some cleansing within your environment, within yourself. Like just anything physical and energetic, as well as the mental piece would be the meditation that I mentioned too. Spirit, what else? What's coming towards them this week, please, for group number 4? What energy is coming towards them this week? So yeah, we have the World, and then making a reappearance at the bottom, we have the 3 of Swords. So this is a good sort of a hint. They're hinting at this again, saying that there are many cycles of stress, pain, or whatever this represents for you that will be closing. I do think that a significant one will be closing this week itself. So this is going to happen extremely soon. Others of you, it can happen in little like steps, like it can happen in stages, right? But for many of you, a significant stage is going to come to a conclusion this week. I don't know what it is. Spirit, the World, please. What can you tell us about the World? What's closing out this week? The World, please. This was meant to happen. Remember I said divine message, and then on the World card you have even more spirit guides that are leading the way. You were meant to close up this cycle in this particular time of your life. That is what I am seeing. So if that wasn't enough confirmation, we have the Death card, which is talking about endings, okay? So endings and rebirth. So this week is really highlighted in this. A new beginning kind of a thing, new chapter kind of energy. What else? What's the World talking about? The Death card. What is this talking about? I figure it's going to be different for everyone, but they're trying to get at, it's any cycle that has been open for you repeatedly, that has caused you some kind of headaches, grief, struggle, exhaustion. Everyone's gonna have a different answer, but that's what they're saying is gonna come to a close. Spirit, what else? For group number 4, what do they need to know this week, please? We have the King of Swords. This is you aligning. Oh, I said higher self before. You have another angel at the bottom here. Yeah, Queen of Swords. So I am seeing a visit from higher self this week, which is going to sound, I mean, higher self and or a powerful spirit guide, a high vibrational spirit guide. So this is going to align with your own thoughts this week, provided, little asterisk here, provided that you are open to receiving this message. This will come to you this particular week, okay? So I forget if I said a number of days before. I think I said 3 for whichever one, but they also highlighted the number 6 too. So maybe it happens on 2 different occasions for you. Actually, probably it will. Yes, for those of you who are, just as an example, if you're open to receiving help from divine, if you're open to surrendering, if you're open to releasing some fear, whatever is going on, then you will be receiving this divine message in alignment, okay? What else? Is there anything 3-dimensional that they need to know about, please? Moving forward, energies for group 4. What do they need to know this week? Thank you. Page of Pentacles. So, you know, it's basically more positive energy that I do feel that you're either creating or fostering this week. Lots of good potential. There's also optimism. Before, when I said burnout, that doesn't mean that you lost your enthusiasm. It just means that you need rest, okay? I just wanted to make that clear because it sounds in the phrase a little discouraging sometimes, but they're just saying that you need to rest and balance out, and then you can really reap the full benefits. Because for those of you that this was a creative idea or like burst of fire energy, again, this can be a very, very good experience. Some of you, it may not be as positive, but I guess it just depends on what's going on. Either way, there's opportunity here. Spirit, for group number 4, please, can you tell us anything more? What are some final messages for group 4 and what they need to know this week, please? Thank you. Our clover group. What do they need to know, please? Whoops. You got the 10 of Pentacles, even though I didn't really mean to shuffle for that, but that's good. That's prosperity. Can you tell us more? The Hanged Man is trying to come up into the reverse, which is actually right side up. This is what I mentioned before, the card of surrender. So again, they're saying that starting now, or like within the next couple days, you are having an opportunity to surrender to divine. And what I mean by that is kind of like letting go of fears, letting go of blockages, letting go of anything that is preventing you from reaching your goal or your potential. Death card again on the bottom. They keep sprinkling this message of endings of previous cycles. So this is, for whatever reason, important. Maybe this week you're even recognizing some kind of karmic cycle and you're putting a stop to it. That could be, yeah, actually. Anything else? Any final message for group 4? Messages for group 4 in their highest good to know. Okay, we have here the 7 of Swords. So if this week, if there are illusions, and we do have that confirmed here with the moon, in your previous way of being, the illusions could have put you in a very negative state of mind. Some of you may have even used the word like toxic situation or something like that. This could have set you off into a very dark space, imbalanced space. However, this week you have a leg up here because of the clarity. And this is all it's going to take to prevent you from falling into this, because the antidote to this illusion is truth. And that's exactly what we're seeing here this week. Okay, so that's really an amazing thing. A huge advantage this week with this energy. I love this. It's protective is really what it is. Anything else? And then we'll get an oracle message for you. Final messages for group 4. What do they need to know this week, Spirit? Okay, anything else? Clover, please. Yeah, so it's pretty much more of the same thing. Good potential and opportunity for the future. We have Page of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles. So no matter if you have been feeling stuck or just sort of wanting to stay in the same safe, the same comfort zone. They're still saying that this is going to open up for you regardless. I think it's just meant to be right now. It's like the timing of it is right there. Okay, unless of course you refuse it and you really don't want that. Spirit, for group number 4, any other final messages, please? What do they need to know? Any other final messages for group 4? Whoops. Any other final messages for group 4, please? Okay. Whoops. Yeah, so the final thing here, I don't know if something else flipped because I wasn't looking, but I did hear something weird. I don't think so. The final 2 cards you have here, it's pretty clear what they're saying. See? You have the thinking man and anxiety. So remember, if there is a tendency to overthink and have this fear, they're asking you to clear the headspace first, because maybe that in itself can cause a lot of lower vibrations within you. So maybe do journal writing using crystals, taking a long walk outside or something like that, or of course meditate. They're asking you to, this week especially, please go out of your way to clear your mind and to not dwell on these thoughts that kind of loop around. And you may find actually this week that if you do this, what you're actually doing is you're creating a space for that sort of like, it's like a divine sort of a strike, okay? You're creating the space for this message of higher mind to come through, okay? So you parted the way, the clouds a little bit, and you're able to receive this because you cleared your mind. So that's their final message. So I do hope that you're able to do that. If you're unable to do that, then take as much time as you need, but just, really try to go out of your way to make the time for that. Deliberately carve out time to clear the mind, okay? So group 4, I really hope that this resonated. If it didn't at all, maybe it's not your group or even the right video, but I do hope that it helped. If it did, feel free to subscribe. All the info is below. I'll open slots for personal readings in a day or 2, and I'm gonna be posting some like single card pulls on my Instagram. It's below if you're interested, okay? Thank you guys so much. I'm sending you love, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.